hopefully this is the last broadcast we'll be doing for a while. See if the wheelbase shows up on time tomorrow. We've got Xfinity cars at Nashville Fairgrounds. 15 cars, 2 splits. This is the top split, 2,500. It's a little lower split than you would expect for a top split. Top heavy though, we got a 5,000 high-rated driver on pole. That is Corey White. Michael, no, that is third place. That's Edward Sanchez on the outside. But yeah, let's get going. 130 laps. Hopefully it goes fairly quick, but you never know. Very weird start going on with the second place driver in the second row there. We'll see if that got anyone black flagged. Biggest issue for this track normally is corner entry into 3 and then the bumps on the exit of 2. That is what usually causes trouble. Looks like everyone is clean through lap 1. Just kind of watch, see if there's anyone in the back. We've got the number 4 here working his way up, and there is our first spinner out of 2. I think that was self-spin, gets loose off the corner, and into the wall. This one might be a long race. Should only take 49 minutes, but if we are self-spinning on lap 3, it's not going to go too well. Actually, I think that was lap 2, wasn't it? So big difference in time right now. Front of the pack, best lap 19.3. Back of the pack in traffic, 23.4 at the moment. It's by the 11 car. We'll struggle through the names once we start going, but yeah, we'll see if we can get them lined back up and see if that outside line always has to start that far back if the start zones are broken. It's just a little weird, but I don't think anyone got a black flag from it. It's yeah, showing a black flag, but let's see if we've got session events here. Nope, we get that information. Yeah, I'm not showing anything, so looks like everyone should be good, but we'll find out for sure in the next couple of laps once we go green. So we'll have to pit if they do have a black flag. So, Ford out front, and then the next best Ford is way back here in 12th place. Then the next Ford is in 13th, and the next Ford is in 14th. So, Ford not looking strong. Got a lot of Chevys in the mid-pack. Toyota, best Toyota right now is in 8th. Bringing them around. Michael Jeans on the outside, Edward Sanchez, Jordan Beeson.
Green flag, green flag.
Looks like a little better start from the front row. A little late reaction though by the 2. That is going to probably surrender the second place to the 6th car. He fights back though on the outside. And all good so far. There's him on entry of 3 up the track. And same thing back here. Beeson loses a spot to Miller into 15. And Phil Pappas in the 4. Working his way up to Swafford, and we've got another one around. That is Sanchez going around. We'll see if it's another self-spin. Out of 2. It looks like it. very late self-spin. A very, very bad start to this race. 15 cars. And already had 2 self-spins. So, back under caution, 120 to go. Who knows if anyone's even going to have to pit. Looks like Snyder maybe heading back down pit road. He is. Going in to get some more damage fixed from his self-spin. Looks like Sanchez didn't put it in the wall. But as expected, Nashville usually ends up, unfortunately, not being the cleanest place because people don't know how to just wait to go full throttle until the straight. And this car does, you know, some weird things as well off the corner. Pulls to the right pretty hard when you start going straight. That can really mess you up if you're trying to hang the right rear out just a little bit. Looks like we got the 12 on pit road as well, and Sanchez is in the pits as well for possibly some damage, maybe some extra fuel. I am not sure what they can do on fuel, but right now I'm guessing it's about 500 laps at this pace. So, bringing them back around, same 2 on the front row. Miller has moved up into 3rd now after that pass on Beeson and the spin by Sanchez. Let's see if we can get some green laps.
Green, green, green.
Miller's not going to be able to get the nose there in order to take over 2nd. Back here, Swafford looking on the inside. Pappas going to cross over, dive in. No, he does not. He backs it off early. Nearly gets ran into there. And let's see if we can get everyone through turn 2. At the back, Sanchez making his way up past 1 car. Corey White, though, out to a half-second lead. Front 2 are 1.7 ahead of 3rd place, and we got side-by-side racing. Pappas and Beeson come together there. Swafford most likely going to try to follow through. Pappas goes a little bit higher than you would expect in 3 and 4. That gets Beeson all messed up, then he's slow off the corner. Pappas really overdriving entry. Maybe that is the line that he's wanting to run. Big diamond around the top. Some fighting going on back here for 9th and 10th. Mark Keeler in the 13, John Crawford in the 8, and Sanchez working up, but nowhere to go there. And we've got Crawford around and Sanchez into him. Is that contact, or did he just go in too deep into 3? Too deep into 3. That'll spin you every time. He goes around Sanchez, nowhere to go. And adds a little bit more damage. And we're back under caution. Lap 18. So, as I said, those 2 problem areas off of 2 into 3. It's very easy to overdrive into 3. And then The next place that is tough is actually just getting onto pit road. It's just really just a bit of a hole in a wall that you have to make a hard left into, kind of like Milwaukee Mile. So, it'll catch you off guard. Definitely not made for green flag pit stops. So, top 3, nothing has changed. Pappas has moved his way up into 4th, Beeson back to 5th, Swafford staying in 6th, Perry, Stamper, Hicks, Keeler, Sanchez, Van Brocklin, Snyder, and Crawford at the back. Does not look like either has went into the pits, and here they come into pits now. Sanchez going to work on the front end. Crawford going to work on that left rear, it looks like. 14 cars, so one person did not join the race. Top running Toyota, right here, the number 7, Lloyd Perry. Then Ford, Chevy, 1st and 2nd in the race. Getting the line back up, double file. Try to go again. Sanchez catching the pack. Crawford catching the pack, actually. Sanchez went a lap down. What is going on here? But we're about to go back to green.
Green, green, green.
Still 108 laps left in this one. And Pappas gets a good run on the outside. He's going to cut down a little bit. Miller cuts him a break, has to check up. Swafford's gotten around Beeson. Beeson's falling back to 7th place now. Stamper really high on the track. Watch out for that wall on exit once you get that high. He's going to go up and use a very unknown part of the track. Beeson's struggling off the corner a bit. Holds up Perry in 7. Crawford working his way back up, trying to make that pass on the 13 without spinning this time. And Perry has went around. Let's see if that was contact or self-spin. Looks like Beeson slow off the corner. And just a big wiggle on corner entry. Overcorrection. And 2 cars come together. So we are on our 4th caution now. At this rate, we are going to get a caution. We're going to have about 10 more cautions at this rate. Not oh no, because it's not really going to matter, but Perry goes a lap down there. Had to stop for the closed pits. It looks like Keeler just made it out. So Perry's going to lose a lap, but when you have a caution every 5 laps, I don't think that's too big of a deal with the Lucky Dogs, so they'll just have to wait it out. He's headed back into the pits to get some more work done. Lear's coming around, hopefully going to get the one to go here. It's 1 to go. Perry's on pit road now. 1 lap down. So, big question here. Is he going to get out in time? Like, does he know it's 1 to go? Or is he going to go 2 laps down? Looks like he's going to be going 2 laps down. That is not going to help him.
Green flag, green flag.
But if they keep on wrecking, it's not going to be too big of a deal. He'll get those spots back pretty quick. Alright, let's take a look at the top 3. Keep an eye on Miller. Yeah. Stamper's still running that really high line. Beeson gets into the back of the 11, and we have another caution. Would have thunk it. Beeson decided he was going to look low and make it 3 wide on corner entry. The 11 kind of throws a block, and he just decides that he'd rather pace than back off, and we're back under caution. That's going to help Perry out. He's going to be able to get a lap back here, as long as he didn't stop or get contact in that. Headed back in. That's Keeler going in to get some damage fixed from that caution 2 times ago. Perry should get the wave around here, or the lucky dog, sorry. And the leader not paying attention. Close. Pace speed is much quicker than the pit road speed. He gets out just in time though. Perry now back to 1 lap down. So all but 6 cars have been on pit road now. Nope, I take that back. All but 5 cars have been on pit road. That is the top 5 are all out there and have not entered pit road. The 9 was the first one on pit road after his self-spin. He is up into 6th. 10 car. The wall high driver is running that 5th lane at Nashville. Is in 7th. We got the 12 in 8th. The 11 after getting spun is in 9th place. Keeler in 10th. Crawford in 11th. Sanchez in 12th. Beeson in 13th. And Perry is rounding out the field 1 lap down in 14th, still working on getting damage fixed. I would think at this point, damage shouldn't do a whole lot to you. Especially since we haven't had any big hits. And you're not going to get a whole lot fixed here. Might just be better to not worry about it. We'll go back to green with 95 to go this time. Only 20 cautions away from the end of this one.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start by Pappas in the 4. He's going to get a nose to the inside of Jeans in the 2. He slides up the track though. He's got that weird way of taking these corners where he slides up quite a bit in the middle, but he keeps it down there. Miller falling back to, well, thought he was going to fall back to 5th. He might still, but he holds on to it with a run off the corner. And back here, we've got 3 wide as Hicks puts some 3 wide on entry. Van Brocklen just backs off of it. Beeson going to go around the high side, possibly. Nope, not Beeson. Crawford, I meant the 8. And Sanchez and Keeler back here for 12th position. Perry just behind there. Corey White leading, half a second lead. Pappas still looking to use up that right front through the center of the corner. Just a much higher line. I don't know if he's just overdriving it or if that's the line that he's looking for. It can sometimes be quicker. That turn down out of the corner normally hurts you pretty bad. Hicks has fallen in behind Stamper. Everyone's kind of just backed up right now behind Miller. I believe they're all just saving a little bit. Miller's not really looking to hold him off. Swafford should get around him easily if he wants to, but everyone's competing for that middle and high lane, so maybe that's just with the speeds that the Xfinity car is doing here. Maybe you got to run up that high compared to the short track stuff. Leader out now to a 1.2 second lead over second and third. 5 seconds back from the lead is Miller and Swafford. We have finally got a little bit of a run going here. Snyder in the 9. Getting caught by Hicks in the 11. Big checkup. Was looking at something else, and all of a sudden they were stopping on the backstretch. What happened here? Miller getting loose on exit, little contact. Let's see what happens. He has to check up, heading for the wall. Swafford gets into the back of him. Everyone checks up except for Stamper. He was just full throttle. No, maybe he got a little help from Beeson as well, but they definitely smashed some noses up in that one. The leaders on pit road now. Rest of the field trying to catch up. Actually, a couple of leaders on pit road, and a couple of them have stayed out. Actually, yeah, 2 people have stayed out. Perry's getting a lucky dog, and the rest of the field is now pitting. Also looks like Van Brocklen heavily damaged in that and is now 1 lap down. Not quite sure what's going on with the running order that I've got on my screen, but everything's a little bit messed up here right now. There we go. So, top 2 did not pit. They have not pit yet this race. Corey White and Phil Pappas have pit, as well as Snyder, Miller, and the rest of the field. But it does not look like this one's going to be going green for all that long. Just exit of 2 and entry of 3 causing issues as they always do. So it's probably a good bet that we'll have another caution before lap 70. We'll definitely have another caution before lap 100, and then I think everyone comes in and gets tires. But if the 2 and 3 are really off pace compared to everyone else, it could be bad for them if this goes the long run. So field is getting lined up. Perry back on the lead lap. Jeans in the lead.
Green, green, green.
Here green. Corey White easily up into second. Pappas gonna easily go up into third. Should. Slides up again just a little bit, and now he's got cleared. So we're gonna have a pass for a lead here in just a few seconds. Nope, I thought he was gonna dive it in there. He does not. He just sits in line. He knows he's got better tires. At the moment, though, fresh tires not really making too much of a difference, but if you think about it, we've only really done 20 green laps maybe, and Snyder gets loose on corner entry into 3 and gets some damage. We do have a little bit of smoke. I'm not sure who that was from. Snyder keeps it going. Perry now up into 10th, now that he's on the lead lap. Back up front though. 2 cars still leading this one. White just behind him. I just have a feeling, this isn't anything against the driver, it's just the way that he is entering the corner sometimes. I feel like Ford is gonna just wipe someone out if he tries to go for a pass. He's done. He hasn't ran into anyone yet, but looks like Beeson is involved in another one. Let's see how this one is. He gets a little loose off at 2. Goes into the corner. Hard on the brakes and loops it. Everyone misses him. Keeps it off the wall, but another yellow. And we had another caution before even lap 60. Guess that would have been a safer bet. So I don't see really a need for these guys to pit that didn't pit last caution. But they're going to go ahead and lose all that track position. It was only 10 laps difference with like 3 or 4 pace laps in there. So they gotta hope that a bunch of people come down pit road so they don't lose a ton of track position, but doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But it does look like the entire back half of the field pit there. Van Brocklin's gonna get the lucky dog. All 14 are on the lead lap now. Across the line, we'll figure out where everyone's going to be lining up here. Looks like Michael James in the 2 is going to restart in 9th. Swafford is going to restart in 7th. quite a bit back there, but I think they, even on even tires, are much quicker than everyone ahead of them. One more time around. Keeler getting moved up ahead of Van Brocklin because he was the lucky dog. So at this point, we are not even halfway. 30 minutes into this race. Maybe this wasn't the best idea to watch this one. I was hoping that we'd have some good racing. Hopefully we can get a long run. The only car that doesn't have any damage on it right now is the number one. That's mainly because he's been out front. Maybe the 2 car doesn't have damage, and Swafford in the 3 doesn't look like he has damage. But here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Restart for the front row. Bad start for Nick Hicks on the outside in the 11. He's going to get a couple of cars around him. He's going to power back though on the outside out at 2. And let's just watch the 3 and 2 work their way through the field. We saw the 3B fairly patient early on. Oh, the 10. He's not up by his wall anymore. He's down by the yellow line. Nearly pushed up as he wasn't getting a whole lot of room by the 11. Now he can go back up. That's going to check up Hicks just a bit. Is Hicks going to try to throw it back in? He does not. And now Jeans is into 6th place in the 2 car. He's got it around Swafford. Low side of the 11. Yeah, I think the 2 is also damage-free right now. Back, Beeson's still getting loose out of the corner on the low side. We've got lap traffic as somehow Van Brocklin is nearly caught, and Sanchez is involved in another one. Self-spins into 3. Locks it down, keeps it out of the wall. No extra damage to his car, but another caution. That helps Van Brocklin. I don't know if he was just that slow or if he had an issue, but somehow, it looks like maybe he got a penalty. It's shown that he was on pit road 2 laps ago. He's actually 2 laps down. What happened to him? Figure this out. I don't think we're going to be able to figure this out. Let's try and find out. It looks like he just had to pit under green, possibly a penalty. So he is now 1 lap down as he gets the lucky dog. I guess if you're going to get a penalty at a short track under green, this is the race to have it. Hicks back on pit road. So it looks like everyone's moved up 1 spot as is it because Hicks pit? Must have been. Good news is we're past halfway.
Stamper saying, I'm done. He stops in someone else's pit stall and exits out, and I believe he has given up on this race. Completely understand that. And looks like I messed up the camera. There we go. Back to the leaders. We're down to 13 cars now. 12 of them on the lead lap.
Green, green, green.
And we're green. Very slow start out of Miller. Yeah, Miller in the 15. Jumps on the brakes extremely hard there. He is really having some issues at the moment on that start. Stacks everyone up off the corner as well. Around the outside, Crawford. Thought he was going to push up into the wall. Snyder trying to work the outside around Hicks. And Perry stuck behind these two for the moment. Back up into the third position, Michael Jeans. Miller and Swafford battling back here with Sanchez coming through into sixth. Beeson just behind him. Snyder and Hicks still side by side. This place does provide some decent side-by-side racing that you don't normally get at a short track, just because the inside gets pinched off so much off the corner. Once again, we see this split happening where Miller's leading the rest of the pack while the top three check out. Right now he's 2.3 seconds behind 2 and the top three. All pretty much on the same tires, checking out. Last time by, they did 18.8. Last time by for the 15, he did a 19.2. Swafford gonna go to the inside here in the 3. Bring Sanchez around with him. And now we'll see what Swafford can do for lap times. Maybe, or maybe Sanchez will wreck again. Sanchez drives it in deep, loses it, and wipes out Miller. Crawford involved as well. And I believe that is the third self-spin for Sanchez. Could be that prediction code caused contact there, but hard to tell at the moment. Looks like Sanchez gets all of his spots back and gets to restart in 5th, while Miller and Crawford end up in the pits. Lucky Dog goes to the 12. He's back on the lead lap. Keeler still working on damage. And looks like
Miller's having to check up. He's going back into the pits. I think his rear end actually got flattened out a little bit better than what it was. There was a weird, massive dip in it. Like he had backed into the edge of the wall. Now it's evened out a bit. So, clean car check. We got the 1 is Pappas clean. Looks like he is clean, as well as the 2, the 3, and that is it. The 3 might have some right front damage. I can't really tell with the black. Everyone else, though, has been in quite a few incidents, and getting close to incident penalties. Drive-throughs could be coming up. We don't get that information live, as most people don't think about stuff like this, but there are people who do. You know, you got the car in front of you on 16 incidents. You're at something well below that. Well, a little 4X makes the pass a lot easier since they have to drive down pit road. So that's why you don't get live incident points. There are some that try to tell you what the incidents are, but they're not always accurate. So that is why you don't see those, because they could be used to gain an advantage. We're going to go back green on lap 83.
Green, green, green.
White drags him down, gets a good jump. Pappas is going to be able to hold on to the second spot. Is Swafford going to be able to hang on to the top 4? Freshest tires on track right now, possibly Nick Hicks in the 11. But I think that car has been in one too many wrecks for those tires to matter. Oldest tires on track, if the last pit stop was taking tires that I'm getting. Corey White in the 1. But we really have not done any green laps since he last pit 39 laps ago. Looking at lap time, Swafford is running quicker than what he was, and well, let's add some damage to the damaged car list, as now Pappas has joined that. Drive into 3, gets loose, overdrives it massively, tries to save it, overcorrects, swings it around, down into Beeson. And Beeson into Snyder. He did everything he could to try to miss it. No, and Snyder and Hicks get together, and I've got to imagine that the 11 is getting very close to a drive-through now. Him and Beeson have been in quite a few incidents. Everyone on pit road, everyone's coming down for their final set of tires, or most likely their final pit. Not that these tires got much use. And I think we're down to 3 cars with no damage. Maybe the 3's got a little side damage, but for the most part, 1, 2, and 3, no damage. Everybody else, a whole lot of it. Let's quickly look and see. No, not showing any black flags. Again, I don't know if we're getting that information live or not. Pappas is going to go a lap down. Did not exit the pit in time, and he's going to pass the pace car. There's no possible way that he's at the tail end. Yeah, slowing down. So he has lost the lap. Beeson has lost the lap. He's still just sitting there getting damage fixed. Snyder is also. They've got so much damage that you might as well just sit there and lose a lap. Because now Pappas can't pit again. And he's going to get shuffled to the back here. I mean, he could pit again, but now he's got to let everyone go as we get the 2 to green. So Snyder's going to come out now. Beeson's still on pit road, now 2 laps down. Here's your current leader. And Van Brocklin is in second. So, was it like 20 laps ago? 25 laps ago? The 12 was pitting under green for a black flag, and now he's in second. That's when you know you've had way too many cautions in a race when that can happen. All right, well, this one's going to be interesting. We could see, we could possibly see everyone get damage. Or we'll see these guys get around cleanly, but we'll see what happens here. 12 is hanging way back. Gets somewhat up there, gets a bad start. 15, Miller spins the tires. That's going to stack everyone up into the corner. We're 3 wide for second and 3 wide for the lead. Miller checks up. The 12's in the wall. 3 wide now back here for fourth, and everyone survives that somehow. Miller's held on to second at the moment, but we have had a lead change from that as Corey White had to just be careful there. Sanchez contact into the wall and has wrecked again. And it looks like he has got Pappas as well. See how that one happened. He goes into the corner and just kind of drives down off the corner and gets into the side of Swafford and then sideways off the corner, nowhere for the 4 to go. Did not think we would make it that far, so I guess that was impressive. We nearly had the leaders spin their tires up on the restart. Is Miller still out there? He is still out there in third. He should be able to slot in around 5th place. Snyder is getting the lucky dog. So he's going to go to the lead lap. That is going to put then Beeson 2 laps down. And the next person in line for the lucky dog. Pappas looks like he is out of the race. That was hard front end contact. Engine's got to be gone. He is the second person out of this race. Third if you count the guy that did not even start the race. That guy probably made the best decision. 49 minutes into this, the race should be over with. So we've still got 34 laps left once they cross the line. Keeler has been cutting it close on that pit exit every single time. He has not been in that many wrecks. I don't know how he has any damage to fix. For as many times as we've seen him in pits, Sanchez, I don't think I've ever seen a rear end knocked off that much. I can't imagine that thing's going to drive good, but I don't think it was driving well before as many times as he spun. One to go. Meaning we're about 5 to go till the next caution. We're going to keep our eye on Miller here as he had a little bit of wheel spin up on the last restart, but he should be good now. Green's out. Top two get a good start. Swafford around Miller. Is Miller going to fight back? No, he gets the bumps out at 2. Has to slow up. That checks everyone up out of the corner. Crawford's going to dive it in and wipe out Nick Hicks. And Beeson's in that one. I believe that Van Brocklin has finished off his car as hard as he hit there. And that was all just a bit unnecessary. Big checkup. Crawford just drives it in deep for 9th place. And I was wrong. It was only 2 to go till the next caution. We're on lap 100. I think we're setting records here for the most caution laps in a race. It's got to be up there. What do we have going on here? The 2 has pit and is taking tires. He had only just pit 13 laps ago. He doesn't have damage. Maybe he thinks only way he can beat the 1 is by pitting. But bad news for him. There's a lot of broken cars in between him. I don't think he's getting back up there. If he does have time to get back up there, if we do get a long run, he's going to burn his tires off just trying to get around all this mess offline. Hicks 1 lap down. Beeson out of the race now. I believe Hicks just blew up on pit road. Or maybe that was Van Brocklin. I believe that was the motor of Van Brocklin. I believe Sanchez might have just got a penalty for passing before pit entry. It's still lights on the pace car. That moves up the 2 into 7th. Crawford is still somehow going in 6th. I think he's just given up on going into the pits. Snyder, who we've seen in quite a few wrecks now, is in 5th after being 2 laps down. Lloyd Perry, wasn't he like a early self-spin? I think he's been in a couple, but he is back up there. He lost that lap early. And, well, Swafford and White now, front row. White, Swafford. And very weird start there. They get all sorted out. thought I seen someone get loose, but I think it was just the camera change. And the 2 is on pit road. Did he? Okay, that's why. He must have somehow had a penalty. Was it on that last start, possibly? Lloyd Perry goes up to 3rd. He goes around Miller. And now, Corey White is looking to put the 2 a lap down, make his job a lot easier to win this one. So it must have been a drive-through for the 2. He's back out there. Van Brocklin's off. Hicks is off. So we've got 9 cars on track, all on the lead lap. One of them, though, about to go a lap down, and he was in contention for the win. Last time by, he runs an 18.78, while Corey White runs an 18.673, chasing him down. Is everyone going to keep it clean? A little check up there as Miller enters a little slower than Snyder was ready for. Crawford's going to try to take advantage of that with what he has left of the car. Started lap 111 now, no, 112. And I think we finally broke enough people that we're going to have some green racing here. 789 to an 884, so White still catching. This time by an 893 to a 913, still closing in on him. The pass is not going to be easy, and it's really not necessary if this is going to go green. If it's not going to go green, then yeah, you want to pass him. Make sure that he has to take a lucky dog, but the moment Swafford is 4.4 seconds behind. Snyder has now gotten around Miller. We've got someone, that is Keeler, has blown up. There's the caution. I believe that was a blow up. Blows up on the straightaway, slams on the brake, and causes the caution there. I think he was just trying to get down and stopped out of the way of the leaders, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So I guess that's why he was on pit road all those times. Leaders should have tires left. Is it worth it to come in? It does not look like it's worth it to any of those guys. Perry, Snyder, come in, Crawford, and Jeans comes in. We got 8 cars, 4 of them stay out, 4 of them pit. James is going to come out with 30 lap pressure tires in 5th place. Perry's going to come out in 6th.
Snyder in 7th, and Crawford in 8th. So it's going to be 9 to go when we restart. No matter what, that was the only call for the 2 to pit there and take tires if he did take tires. I assume he took tires right sides. Because he'd be in the exact same spot had he not pit. I think everyone else was fixing damage a little bit that got him out ahead of him. Should be 2 to go now. He's going to have a lot of work to do, though, to get around the 15 and the 6. And even get around the 3. Unless Swafford was saving his tires running that slow, but he had lost the leader quite a bit. So I don't know if Corey White got into kind of a bad gamble there by trying to put the 2 a lap down and used up his stuff, whereas Swafford was just waiting, knowing there was going to be another caution. We'll see. So, can the 3 get a good enough start here? Can the 2 get around the 15 and the 6? 15 is on the oldest tires, that's Miller. The outside line just stays too far back and then gets himself in trouble because they can't advance. We're going to have contact down the straightaway there as the 15 gets a little bump from the 2. He is trapped in here though, nowhere to go. 15 slow off the corner once again. He's been struggling with the exit of 2 this whole time. And just going to clear him. Well, didn't clear him, but tried to clear himself. And we've got 2 cars left that have not been involved in a wreck. He might have got a pit exit penalty there, because I think he hit the cone. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call that on the 15. Not that it matters what I say, but 15 did not come up the track as you would expect in that situation. But the 2 might have a penalty now for entering the pits, as that cone can cause that penalty, even though they somehow made that not happen in Bristol for a whole corner. We're going to have some payback here, and we are going to have a little bump, an intentional bump. Alright, well, I think we're going to restart before we get to green-white checkers, but I mean, are we gonna have green-white checkers? We got 3 chances at it. This is open series, so we could be here for another hour. Here is your pit count. The top 2 have pit twice. The 15 is also pit twice. The 6 is pit 10 times. 7 is pit 8 times. Snyder is pit 9 times, matching his car number. Crawford is pit 9 times. And this is the 4th time on pit road for the 2. Fixed.
And we are still flashing those lights. This is getting into a green-white checkered. Might be a natural green-white checkered before the extra ones. CME 28 is going to be 1 to go. 29. Yeah, it's going to be a natural one. Green on 29, white on 130. So we could have 4 more restarts, including this one. Place your bets. Does the 15 survive if the 2 gets near it? He didn't wreck him under caution. We'll see. I don't think there's any chance for the leader to lose.
Green flag, green flag.
Just a really good restart. There's not much that can be done there. Let's take a look and see how this goes back here as Miller, well, Sanchez has self-spun again, and we're going to green-white checkers. Drives it into the corner, spins it, and I think we've seen all of those guys get wiped out at least once or twice by self-spins. Alright, well, we get bonus laps. This is so bad. I don't know how I've made it through all this. If you are watching right now, I don't know how you've made it through all of this. This has just been one of the worst races I have ever seen. And I am so glad that my wheel's broken, because I would have signed up for this. It's a lot easier to watch than sit around and pace. Make fun of everyone that's wrecking. And it has no effect on you wrecking. Good news for Sanchez. He is a lap ahead, maybe, of everyone that got wiped out in that spin. We'll see. Looks like he is, though, so Snyder and Miller have lost the lap. That's going to allow him to finish 6th as long as he doesn't have a penalty. It's got to eventually be coming, right? Seeing if they've put the new engine yet in Van Brocklin. Got to be getting close. They've had enough time here. Lights are out. Green, white, checkered number 1 about to go. Now the car with the freshest tires is starting in 4th. But Swafford in the 3 has not been very good at these restarts, and I don't know if it's just the restart zone is bugged or they're not understanding it, but we'll keep our eye on the 2 and see what kind of moves he can do to try to quickly get around.
Green flag, green flag.
Looks like Sanchez got the penalty. And nowhere for the 2 to go at the moment. He is going to be trapped there. Can White make it around for the white flag with only 5 cars on track? He does. This one's going to finish. He does have everyone coming out of the pits from their penalty. Perry trying to hold on to that 3rd spot. He can't do it. He's going to get 4th. White wins. Swafford 2nd. Perry 4th. Jeans 3rd. Sorry for that confusing way of saying it. Crawford gets 5th. Sanchez at the moment scored 6th in the half a car that he has left. Miller's going to get 8th. 5 laps down. That's in a 15-car field. What an absolute mess. Let's take a look at these incident counts. 20 incidents for Miller and Hicks, 18 for Snyder and Sanchez, 16 for Keeler, 16 for Crawford, Beeson with 14, Van Brocklin with 10. And, well, 0 incidents for Garner, who didn't show up, and 0 incidents for the winner. So, you either gotta be out front all the time or not sign up for it. But, unfortunate that that one was that bad. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I made it somewhat entertaining, but holy crap, that was something. Thanks for watching.